Friday Born Kofi, beautifully written. Now, to the people in Legon, the master class, the UG, those who were studying Shatta Wale in their lecture halls, I'm sure you guys need this material if you want to do any thesis or project. When you get this material, you are good to go. When you get this material, you are fine. It was made possible by Friday Born Kofi. You can read it on your own by going to showbizvibes.com. Friday Born Kofi, we at Shatta Movement, we are proud, we thank you, and we appreciate the fact that you keep polishing the brand in your corner. And we know with some of these things, others would also be encouraged to do the same. This is the word of God.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Because we are in an information world, or better still, because we live in an information era, anytime you get something worth documenting, don't let it go down without doing or without putting it in the history books. Today, I'm here to read something beautiful that some young people within the SM fraternity, and I'm talking about the Shatta Movement empire, some people who have been making sure that when it comes to online, Shatta Wale will always look good, no matter what some people or how some people would want to paint him to be. One of such persons is Friday Born Kofi. Friday Born Kofi has also been one of the strongest online agenda people for Shatta Wale. In fact, sometimes they overdo. Sometimes I can follow some of his posts on social media and I'll just be laughing. He's that guy that when he takes up your matter, when you try to come against the Shatta Movement empire and he takes up your matter, trust me, he can go on like that. He doesn't stop. Like he doesn't know Friday it is okay. He will make sure he will go on and he will chase you till you can't run no more. He operates a website called, let me look for the name of the website. That is showbizvibes.com. Showbizvibes.com. And I must commend him for how he makes sure Shatta looks good online. He's written something, let me put it right again. He's written something very beautiful online that I would want to read verbatim. In fact, after reading, I won't say anything again. I just want to read everything that you guys will get to know exactly what he wrote about Shatta Wale. As it stands, he is trying to let people understand that the Shatta Wale brand, that sometimes people think, oh, the brand is giddy giddy, oh, the brand is rough, oh, some people would not like to associate with it. The brand is this, the brand is that. He has written something about why that brand is what is keeping Shatta Wale going and nothing else. He's written something that talks about the fact that if maybe Shatta Wale had done the other brand, maybe it wouldn't have helped him or he wouldn't have gotten this far. Ladies and gentlemen, just spare me some minutes of your time. Let me read exactly what the gentleman wrote. After that, we will just say goodbye and run away from here. My name is Sammy Flex. This is the editorial. I'm doing this with my team, Theophilus the Ghost, Sam Tuga, Desert, and with you. And again, special credits or regards to Friday Born Kofi and his team at showbizvibe.com. What is he writing? He says, Rogue branding, case study of Shatta Wale's brand. And like I said, it only means like that guy who is ruffian, that guy who is giddy giddy, that guy who is not ready to follow anybody's ways and means he wants to do his thing. Rogue branding, case study of Shatta Wale's brand. Now this is the introduction. I'm reading. After reading, we will close. It says, In this digital age, where image is everything and perception often eclipses talent, most entertainers toe the line seeking approval from institutions, brands, and fans through calculated messaging and polished aesthetics. But a few defy the script. They choose chaos over choreography, confrontation over compromise. This is rogue branding, a raw, rebellious, and unapologetic approach to brand identity. At its core, rogue branding is about defiance. It rejects traditional gatekeepers, thrives on controversy, and leans heavily into authenticity, no matter how unrefined. In the African music space, where am I? Excuse me. In the African music space, one figure stands as a towering example of this strategy, and that is Shatta Wale. From his reintroduction to the music scene in 2013 to his continued reign as one of Ghana's most polarizing and influential artists, Shatta Wale has cultivated a brand rooted in disruption. His story is not just one of talent or hustle. It is a masterclass in turning non-conformity into dominance. This article explores how Shatta Wale built an empire not by fitting in, but by standing out loudly, consistently, and without apology. So that is the introduction. Now let's go into the body of the article. It says, from bandana to Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale was not born a rogue brand. His first incarnation as an artist was under the name Bandana, a promising hip life talent who gained early fame in 2004 with a single Mokoho. But despite the buzz, the momentum quickly faded and Bandana disappeared from the limelight. What followed was nearly a decade-long silence, an exile that would have ended most careers. But in 2013, he returned, not as Bandana, but as Shatta Wale, an entirely new persona, forged in frustration and fueled by the desire to take full control of his destiny. This wasn't just a name change. It was a reset, a rejection of industry protocols, and the birth of a cultural movement. Shatta came back with fire in his voice and rebellion in his tone. He dropped diss tracks, called out music award organizers, challenged radio DJs, and declared himself the dancehall king with no formal industry endorsement. He didn't ask for respect, he demanded it. And in doing so, he captured the hearts of a fan base that saw in him a reflection of their own resistance to the system. The Shatta Wale brand was born not in boardrooms or brand workshops, but in the trenches of public rejection and personal reinvention. Core elements of rogue branding in Shatta Wale's brand. Now he starts another page where it says the core element of rogue branding in the Shatta Wale brand. Number one, rebellion against industry norms. Rogue branding thrives on disobedience, and Shatta Wale made disobedience a core part of his public identity. He openly criticized institutions like the Ghana Music Awards, accusing them of corruption and bias. He shunned award shows, often refused mainstream collaborations, and operated outside the traditional music circuit. In doing so, he positioned himself not as part of the industry, but as an opposition to it. That oppositional identity resonated deeply with young fans who also felt alienated by systemic elitism. Number two, controversy as a marketing strategy. Shatta Wale doesn't avoid controversy, he engineers it. Whether it feuds with fellow artists like Stonebwoy and Sarkodie, clashes with event organizers, or viral social media rants, his ability to dominate headlines is unmatched. These moments, often seen as liabilities for other artists, are converted into assets by Shatta Wale. The controversies generate free publicity, spark debates, and solidify his presence in both mainstream and street conversations. They also serve to reinforce his no-filter authenticity, something fans increasingly value in an era of over-polished celebrities. Independence and DIY ethos. Shatta Wale operates like a one-man record label long before it became common in Ghana's music scene. He was releasing music directly to fans via YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp groups. He built the Shatta Movement SM as a fan base and a promotional machine, turning ordinary followers into evangelists for his brand. He mastered the art of volume, dropping multiple songs per week, often recorded in home studios, bypassing the traditional release schedule and flooding the market with his sound. It wasn't just about quality, it was about consistency, presence, and cultural saturation. Number 4, unfiltered digital persona. While many celebrities carefully curate their social media presence, Shatta Wale treats his platforms like his diary. He goes live without warning, rants with emotion, shares behind-the-scenes chaos, and calls out enemies in real time. The lack of filtration is risky, but it also makes him compelling. Fans don't just see the music they see. Fans don't just see the music. They see the man flawed, passionate, impulsive, and brutally honest. In a world full of filters, Shatta's rawness is his edge. Now he starts a new page and he says, brand impact. That's how he calls the new page. Number 1, cult-like fan loyalty. Perhaps the most profound outcome of Shatta's rogue branding is the unmatched loyalty of his fan base, the Shatta Movement. These are not casual listeners. They are ride or die followers who defend his name, echo his messages, and spread his music with religious zeal. His fans are drawn not just to the music, but to the man and his mission. They see him as a voice for the voiceless, a street general who speaks truth to power. His authenticity makes them feel seen, and his fight becomes their fight. This emotional connection is brand gold, something most corporate entities spend millions trying to manufacture. Number 2, cultural disruption. Shatta Wale didn't just change the sound of Ghanaian dancehall, he shifted the culture. He redefined what it means to be an independent artist in West Africa, making it clear that industry structures can be bypassed and success can be grassroots. He opened the floodgates for other underground acts to believe in their own path. His success story became a blueprint for rebellious talent across Africa. In doing so, he blurred the line between street credibility and commercial viability. And the next one, number 2, is industry respect and resentment. Despite his anti-establishment posture, Shatta Wale commands respect from peers and critics alike. He sold out major venues, topped charts, and even collaborated with global icons like Beyoncé, already on the Lion King, The Gift album. Let me also add Vybz Kartel and more. Yet, his unpredictability also breeds unease. Promoters worry about no shows. Brands hesitate over association risk. Awards bodies remain cautious. In his tension between admiration and anxiety lies the true power of his brand. He is the storm that no one can ignore. Risk and rewards of rogue branding. The rewards. Number 1, authenticity and influence. Fans trust him because he doesn't pretend. Media dominance. Controversies create endless media coverage. Cultural ownership. He is not just part of the culture, he is the culture. Risk. Brand affiliation challenges. Okay, he starts a new chapter that he calls risk. So there was the rewards and there was the risk. The brand affiliation challenges. Corporate brands may view him as too volatile. Legal and public backlash. His outbursts and stance occasionally lead to legal threats or public condemnation. Emotional burnout. Rogue branding demands high energy and constant visibility. It can take a toll on the artist himself. Yet, Shatta Wale seems to understand the tightrope he walks. And rather than retreat from it, he dances on it fearlessly. Comparative analysis, rogue versus traditional branding. Where artists like In Promise or Joe Metal opt for soft branding, clean image, spiritual messaging, corporate appeal, Shatta Wale does the opposite. His edge comes from friction, not finesse. Comparisons can also be drawn with figures like Burna Boy, who similarly channels Afrocentric pride and rebel energy, or Naira Marley, whose Malian identity echoes rogue elements. But even among those contemporaries, Shatta stands apart in consistency and intensity. While others oscillate between rebellion and diplomacy, he remains permanently at war with the system and critics. And this is his conclusion. Shatta Wale is more than a musician. He's a masterclass in rogue branding, a case study in turning chaos into currency, controversy into community, and defiance into dominance. His brand isn't built on polish or PR. It is built on presence, passion, and a deep connection with the streets. In an industry that often rewards imitation, Shatta Wale is a reminder that there is immense power in being unapologetically yourself. His story proves that rebellion, when rooted in purpose, can be one of the most effective brand strategies of the modern age. As African music continues its global rise, artists and brand strategies alike will do well to study not just what Shatta Wale creates, but how he moves. Because in the end, the brand that dares to go rogue just might be the one that rewrites the rules. This is the word of God. And like in churches, we will say, thanks be to God. Friday born Kofi, beautifully written. Now, to the people in Legon, the master class, the UG, those who were studying Shatta Wale in their lecture halls, I'm sure you guys need this material if you want to do any thesis or project. When you get this material, you are good to go. When you get this material, you are fine. It was made possible by Friday Born Kofi. You can read it on your own by going to showbizvibes.com. Friday Born Kofi, we at Shatta Movement, we are proud, we thank you, and we appreciate the fact that you keep polishing the brand in your corner. And we know with some of these things, others would also be encouraged to do same. This is the word of God. Sammy Flex, I brought you greetings from Shatta Movement Camp as well as from Friday Born Kofi. This is beautiful. The first day I read this, I said, something very nice, something breathtaking, and I couldn't keep it. I decided to share with you. Keep this in your files. Read it anytime the system seems to be frustrating the Shatta Movement brand. And when you read this, you'll be energized to do more. My name is Sammy Flex. We'll surely meet again to do this some other time. We are out of here. Salute.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.